If you trade and you're not using an AI like this yet, you're probably making your process slower, messier, and more emotional than it needs to be. There are several distinct ways you can use Grok to improve how they analyze markets, prepare for volatility, and build out your trading strategy. The first prompt is to ask the AI to explain whether a setup is bullish, bearish, or neutral. This is useful because it helps you understand the logic behind a market structure instead of just guessing the direction. You can take the screenshot of the chart from TradingView, MetaTrader, or cTrader, then ask it to explain whether the setup looks bullish, bearish, or neutral and why. For example, you could ask, based on this chart screenshot, explain whether this asset is currently bullish, bearish, or neutral. Include the main reason for your view. Similarly, you can also ask the AI to analyze your own setup in more detail. For example, you can ask it to review the levels you have identified, including support and resistance, momentum, trend structure, and even spot instances of confluence you may have overlooked. If you choose to use this prompt, be careful not to trigger its tendency to be overly agreeable with your perspective. You want it to challenge your assumptions and not act as a yes man. The second prompt is to ask the AI to summarize the current trading news that matters. Interest rate expectations, inflation data, employment figures, central bank commentary, and major geopolitical events can all shape how you view an asset. A prompt like this can help you focus only on the developments that are most relevant to the instrument you are trading. For example, you could ask, summarize the most important economic and fundamental developments affecting gold right now, and explain why they matter. This prompt can give you a clearer view of what is actually driving the market without needing to sort through dozens of headlines yourself. Included in the AI summary should be currently active news items as well as reported expectations for data releases and events that are soon to occur. Included in the AI summary should be currently active news items such as well-reported expectations for data releases and events that are soon to occur. If your report is missing a future-looking bent, be sure to follow up with the AI that is something you value. The third prompt is to ask the AI to create different scenarios before a major event. Before an event like the Federal Reserve decision, a CPI release, or non-farm payrolls, you need to think about the probability of the different outcomes occurring. For example, you could ask, create 3 possible scenarios for Euro-USD ahead of the next US Federal Reserve decision, and explain how the market might react in each one. In response to this, you might set up a pending order that can be triggered once a particular scenario is confirmed. This way, instead of reacting emotionally when the news is released, you already have a framework for what to watch if the result comes in stronger, weaker, or roughly in line with expectations. The fourth prompt is to ask the AI to create a bot for MT5, TradingView, or cTrader. You can describe your entry conditions, exit rules, and risk parameters, then ask Grok to turn that into an MT5 expert advisor or TradingView Pine script. For example, you could ask, write an MT5 expert advisor for BTC USD on the 1-hour chart. Buy when the price is above 200 EMA and RSI crosses above 30. Risk 1% per trade and place a stop loss below the most recent swing low. If the code comes back with bugs or errors, you can also use AI to help fix them or clean up the logic. You should always backtest any bot properly before using it in the live market. AI can help you build the framework faster, but it does not guarantee that the strategy works. The fifth prompt is to ask the AI to adapt a strategy to a different market. This is useful when you have a strategy that potentially works in one market, but you want to see how it might need to change in another. For example, a setup designed for gold may need different parameters when applied to Bitcoin, indices, or forex, because volatility, session behavior, and price structure can all differ. For example, you could ask, adapt my gold breakout strategy for Bitcoin and explain what should be considered because of the difference in volatility and market behavior. This prompt is especially helpful if you're adapting a trading bot, but it can also help you think through the exploration of new markets without starting from zero every time. One quick reminder, AI is not always going to be 100% accurate. It is best to think of it as a tool to help you analyze, prepare, and build with more structure, not as a replacement for your own judgment.